So, welcome everyone to Season 2 of The Grill. We're super happy to be here, and The Grill is all about women in the Dota 2 community that contribute in various ways. So, today we're going to be talking with Sheepsticked. How are you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing great, thank you.
Good. Glad you're doing great. So, give a short introduction for the people who might not know who you are.
I'm Sheepsticked. I stream on Twitch. Before Twitch, I was drawing art, Dota comics and stuff, posting them, and a lot of people knew me from that before. It's pretty much my main point.
Yeah, I remember first seeing who you were through your fan art of Dota. So let's kind of start with basics about what people know you mostly for is for streaming and for Dota. So how did you first get into Dota?
I got into Dota because in 2013 I made friends with someone over a mutual interest of TF2, and they had a key for Dota that they gave to me. And I just met them, and this was like during the time that Dota cost like 25 quid through an early access bundle, and like everyone had like 4 keys each, but I didn't know that, and I was like, oh, this person just gave me a game worth 25 quid for free. I was like super stoked about it, so I was like, okay, I'll try it out. So I like picked up like Puck and they showed me like the basics, and then we went into a real game, and I played Wraith King. I went 1-15, and then I never touched it again.
Oh.
But after starting college, I met another person who I'm still friends with. Oh, I'm still friends with that guy from TF2, but yeah, he played Dota, and he got me back into it, and after that I didn't drop it, and I kept playing it.
So you started in 2013, and then when did you pick it back up? Like a year
early
later?
2014.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've been playing for a while, though?
Yeah, well, this month, if I can do maths correctly, marks 4 years of playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's already 2018. Oh my god.
Well,
that aside, so what about streaming? So what got you interested in like actually streaming yourself, and how did you start?
I'd always had like a faint interest in streaming. Because I watched other people, I watched like Bulldog and stuff. I was like, this is really cool, I'd like to do this myself. But my internet was pretty bad, and I think I tried it once, and I had like 5 viewers, who were all like close friends. So I was like, oh, I don't really want to stream. It's not very good. It's hard. And I didn't have the time for it because I was in education and stuff. But like fast forward, and I dropped out of university to pursue art as a career, because I kind of knew the market you could go for to make a career online with art. Mm-hmm. But the problem was art was hard, and I ended up drawing Dota instead of the actual market that would probably have yielded actual results, and I wasn't motivated to actually improve on art. So it ended up just being hard, long. I couldn't do it. I wasn't making any money from it that was actually going to sustain me. So I thought, what else could I do? I could stream. So we got better internet, we bought better internet. I was like, okay, I'll give this a try. People know me in Dota now anyway, because I was drawing stuff for Dota, so let's try. So I started off, I had like 20, 30-ish viewers, I think, when I started, and that was like, I was like, oh, that's so much more than 5 viewers,
yeah.
This is great. So I just rolled with it, I kept streaming, and I got quite a lot more money to push me over the amount that was acceptable to my parents, that they weren't like pushing me to get an actual job anymore. They were like, yeah, you can actually do this. Good luck.
Oh, nice. So, how have you grown your community? Like I know you said you started with like just your close friends watching. What did you have any kind of method or technique to like grow your community or anything like that?
Well, my community mostly grew from playing with other people, like other people seeing me on other people's streams. I think those were the times when I noticed the most growth, because a lot of people came into my stream at the start being like, oh yeah, I knew you from your art, or I knew you from Pyrian's stream and Shane's and stuff like that. Their viewers would hop into my stream because they liked me, or they saw me playing Meepo and they liked that. So I feel like I had a good hook on my stream there, because aside from being a girl, which like I do concede does get you viewers on Twitch if you're a girl.
Yeah.
Like I'm a pretty good Meepo, I like to think, and I think
you
that
totally
people
are.
like to watch that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think people want to see Meepo being played, so like people come and watch for that.
Yeah, having like a really niche hero that you know really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And aside from that, I made my Discord for my subscribers when I got partnered, which really helps with the community, in my opinion. It doesn't exactly grow it in the sense of, you know, if you're not subbed, you can't even get to this Discord, so it's not going to bring in new people. But it did make the people that were subscribed to me feel more like a community to me. We've all grown, like, closer. I know them a lot more personally, you know.
Yeah.
I really love my subscribers. They're great people.
Sheepo toucans in the chat, please.
Yeah. Just, it's really good. I think one of the good things in getting a community you like, rather than growing it, but like having a community you actually like, is having really good moderators. Because from the very beginning, Ange has like modded my stream, and like I think we have similar like values and stuff and what we want to see in Twitch chat, and they've done like a really good job of like weeding out people that make the community worse. They've been here from the start. So big thank you to Ange. I love you. I love my subs.
That's great. Yeah, the chat's full of toucans right now.
I love you guys.
So, when you're streaming Dota specifically, do you find that it affects like your ability to learn and like get better at the game, or does that not really affect?
Yeah, I think it affects it negatively and positively, but mostly negatively. Because like if you're trying to play to improve, right, you need to be focusing on the game, and when you're looking over at a second monitor to read messages, you miss like crucial details, you know. If someone like shows on the minimap coming to gank me and I'm like reading, oh yeah, thanks for the sub, dude, and then I look back and I'm dead and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah,
it doesn't really help. And it's kind of, as someone that's quite self-conscious, I get embarrassed a lot if I try and do stuff that I'm not certain on. So like, if I'm watching replays, I know that there are people watching me, and I'm worried that I might say something dumb and they'll laugh at me, because you know Twitch, they'll say lol at like everything, and you know they don't mean it, but like it still makes you self-conscious.
Yeah. Or like backseat gamers are very
backseat gamers,
Twitch chatters.
Exactly. I mean, positively, you do get different views, because if someone says like, oh yeah, this happened because of X, or you should have gotten this item to win the game, I don't know if I'm getting advice from a 7K player or a Herald player, you know? I'm like, I have no idea who I should be trusting in this chat. It's a double-edged sword. It's like, oh yeah, I will try to buy that item, and it just fails horribly, and then Rhyme comes in, and Rhyme's like, no, you should have bought like this instead. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. I shouldn't have listened to this random from chat.
That's funny. You'll try everything once, I suppose. Learn from your mistakes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a double-edged. It's positive and negative. It's not.
So what do you find are the positives from streaming your games, from an educational standpoint?
Just that
getting the perspectives, different ideas.
I think that's it. I'm not really sure what else there is. There are no real positives. If you can ignore, I don't know. Yeah,
I think that's good enough. I mean, because you will have occasional people that come through that might be able to offer like good advice, but probably a majority of it is not great advice. But you know, every once in a while,
I usually listen to the advice from people I recognize in chat. Like I have a couple of friends. They'll come in. I think I was playing Spectre terribly one game, and one of my friends came in and was like, "You're doing all these things wrong." And it's like, I know you, so I'll trust your advice here. I'll trust what you're saying.
That's good. It's good to have people like that. So, a very important next question. Why toucans?
Well, toucans are a relic of the past, man. You know, I don't know if you've seen it. It's that old ASCII art of the toucan, and it says like, "Le toucan has arrived."
Yes, the copy pasta? Or is there something even before that?
No, it's just that my second friend group in Dota, they were like really big on the ASCII. You know, like every other day we were just like posting it in each other's like Steam profiles, you know?
Oh yeah.
It's just something we always did. And then I took it into my next friend group, and I was posting on their Steam profiles, kept posting everywhere. And around that time, I started streaming, and the toucan got brought into the stream. We just like, I made it a channel command. There's ASCII toucans everywhere. It used to be spammed way more.
That's so
I was like, yeah, I'll just make it into an emote, because why not? It's like an in-joke.
It's such a good emote. You are the only person that I am subscribed to on Twitch.
Hell yeah.
Not only do I enjoy your stream, but like the toucan emote just pushed it, where I was like, I need this emote to use everywhere. It's so cute.
It's nice.
So, for anyone that is trying to become a full-time streamer, do you have any kind of like number one tip of advice or anything that you would suggest to them?
It's kind of hard to say, because the way I became a full-time streamer is quite different, and I think, again, I would attribute a bit of it to my gender. So if you're a guy, I really don't know how, but I think a big thing that you should do if you want to become big is create content that engages the community that you're aiming for. If you make like videos, artwork, anything like that, and you put it on like Reddit and it gets to the front page, and you do that consistently, people will recognize your name. You'll like create a brand for yourself. You know, as much hate as Reddit gets, and a lot of it I think is definitely deserved, it is the central community for like English speaking Dota players, and probably the same for other games too. You get people on there to recognize you and support you, they'll probably follow you from the content you're making into your stream.
Yeah.
And recognize as well that streaming is not monetarily rewarding full-time. Because I really wanted to go full-time streaming, and right now I'm in this place where I can sustain myself, but not with a great lifestyle. You know, like I'm still living at home. If I was to stagnate at this point right now and never gain any like higher average viewer count or subscriber count, I would probably give up streaming in a couple of years, or like get a second job, because it's just not monetarily rewarding. If you want to be a full-time streamer, you have to get like lucky, and you have to be like really skilled, or just like really captivate the community that you're like working for.
Yeah, it's definitely like the people that actually make a living off of streaming, like it's definitely a combination of like luck and like they're the 1% of like entertainment or skill in whatever game that they play. So
yeah.
It's definitely harder than it seems, because even like you stream all the time. you're online all the time, and you know, so even with that amount of time dedicated, like you're still trying to grow, and you haven't like reached the point yet of like being super self-sustaining.
Yeah. I think it's good as well, as a last thing.
Sure.
If you're good at the game, that's a very good way to get like a large enough following to go streaming full time. Like, if it's one of the reasons that I'd like, you know, I was popping off about, I want to go pro, I want to get better at Dota. Because if if I was able to like get into any tournament, even if it's like a minor or whatever, I don't think it would happen anytime soon, maybe never. But if I did, that would draw so much attention to your stream.
Yeah.
Like, people would be like, there's a person there, they're kind of pro, you know, they're competing, I want to watch their stream because they're actually good at the game. That is a big way on any game. If you're really good at the game, you're top player, that'll get views.
Yeah, for sure. So let's move on to talk a little bit more about like your art and other things about you. So you said you've been doing art for a long time, so how long have you been creating art, and like how did you get started? Was it something that you did just as long as you can remember, or?
Yeah, like growing up, all my art was on the fridge, you know, like my mom's pinning it everywhere. I used to draw like, there was this thing, I don't know if it was UK centric, but there was this thing called the Bubblegum Club, and it was like these very uniquely drawn like characters with like this website, and it had all these different interactive stuff for kids, like mini games, all flash games and stuff. There was like a huge section of a drawing area where it would have all this lined stuff, and you would print it out for your kids and they would color it in, and I did like shit tons of those. They were everywhere. I loved the Bubblegum Club. It was like my favorite thing. And then it evolved into me like drawing my own Bubblegum Club characters. I'd draw my mom, I'd draw myself as Bubblegum Club. I put that everywhere, and then that kind of, I grew up going to my teens. I started drawing like manga, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, anything I could find. Eventually, I was like getting my little figurines and like modeling them and drawing that, and then it just escalated.
Okay, yeah. So what about your development over time? How have you solidified like an art style and like continued developing your skills?
Mostly from looking at other people's artwork online and liking stuff and trying their stuff. Like, if I see someone who has a really nice way of drawing faces, I would try and emulate it in mine. And then I would just keep drawing it and changing it and stuff. And to be honest, I'm not extremely happy with my art. I think I struggle a lot, and I think that's a big reason why I failed to do anything with my art, is because I never was able to improve properly. I didn't make good enough art for me. If I tried to draw a pose, it would take me a really long time because I didn't understand anatomy correctly. I went on a date with someone who was an actual artist, and they had just stacks and stacks and stacks of paper, and it's just like, 5 pieces of paper with like 100 shoes drawn on it. And I was like, wow, you drew shoes so much. Like, yeah, I needed to be able to draw shoes. And I'm just like, I can't put that same effort into it.
Yeah.
So I can kind of draw stuff, but it takes a really long time because I have to look up everything and just keep redrawing it, and then it doesn't even look perfect. And that's why art is just a very side hobby for me.
Okay. What about, besides Dota, what other games do you play?
Throne of Lies is my main game.
Yeah, I've seen you tweeting about that.
Yeah.
I don't really know much about it, but...
It's a social deduction game. Have you played Town of Salem?
Yes.
It is Town of Salem, but with different classes, and it's much nicer visually. I think it's better, in my opinion, having played both.
Oh, okay.
But I play Throne of Lies like all the time. God, it's so fun. I really like it.
Is it free, or is it like on Steam, or...
It's on Steam. It's like £7, I think.
I have
I
no
don't know
idea
what that translates
how
to
much
in
that
dollars.
is.
Maybe like $10 or something.
Okay.
I don't know. It's good. The game's like 20 to 30 minutes max, but usually dine at one anyway and go next.
So is that like a
It's
game that's like your flavor of the month, or is that a game that you've been playing for a while?
I've been playing it for a few months now. I got like 250 hours on it already.
Wow.
Yeah, everything else is flavor of the month. I pick up like games on a whim. I start Mass Effect 2, drop Mass Effect 2, start Dragon Age, drop Dragon Age.
Yeah.
Start anything. Mario Odyssey, I'm like halfway through, I drop that. I really want to go into that. That's a good game.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that too. Like, I'll start games and I like spend one weekend playing like nonstop, and then I'll like go back to work, and then I won't pick it up for like 6 months.
Yeah.
So what about, do you have any other hobbies or things that you're interested in outside of like the gaming realm and the art realm?
Not really. I kind of live in the shit end of nowhere in the UK. So like if I want to go somewhere, it's like an hour into London, like half an hour to the local centre-y place, but like people get stabbed there, so I'm not really a big fan of going there.
Yeah, big cities are scary.
Yeah, it's not even big, it's just stabby, Last time I went there, I was walking down and I saw this pile of flowers, and I see the name, and I Google it later, and it's just like, yeah, man got stabbed. I'm like, great.
Oh my.
I'll just avoid that. Well,
just stay indoors where it's safe.
I've been enjoying collecting the Overwatch figures, though. That's a nice hobby.
Oh.
I've been buying all of those.
Oh my god, I love figures.
Same. I have all of them so far, I think. All the big
really?
ones.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I want to get the Mirana figure. Like, I don't like the figurines that you can adjust, because then they have like the ball joints, like that. It just kind of looks weird to me. But
I have a few of those.
Yeah.
I've been buying all the Overwatch ones, but
yeah. I've got like the little Venomancer one here at my desk.
Oh, so that's cute. Yeah, I like that. I like the Dota ones.
Yeah, but I really like the super expensive Dota ones that are like sculpted beautifully, like the
Yeah,
Axe one and the Murano one. I was like,
and the
but they're like
Roshan.
$350 or something
Well, they're even more expensive, right?
or
Because they're like
more.
sold out.
Yeah, probably.
Oh well, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but figures is like one of those hobbies where it's like ridiculously expensive, but it's like, boy, do they look good in that
I
glass
don't.
case.
Yeah, I don't go out drinking, so that's my alcohol
Yeah,
money. It's
yeah,
going
there
into
you
the
go.
figurines.
So, what about, this is kind of fun. So, what's one thing that most people don't know about you?
Woo! Actually, I prepared an answer for this because it's
Oh,
something I wanted to talk about, and I feel
okay.
bad, and it's like important that I kind of talk about it.
Yeah, go for it.
And it's that I'm stubborn in a really bad way.
Mm,
I'll give out opinions on things, I'll make statements to try and justify bad positions I've put myself in, and I'll stick with them when I shouldn't, and I always do it, and I feel really bad about it after, and I never like just apologize or
mm,
like go back on it because I don't want to. I don't know. I don't want to appear like something at the time. There's a few reasons. I have examples. When I said I wanted to go pro as a carry to like break stereotypes and stuff, I think that was really stupid, like a naive thing to say. Because the stereotype is that women play support because it's easier, and I don't think that's true. Like,
yeah.
supporting at a high level is really hard,
Yes.
especially in pro play.
Oh,
And
yeah.
yeah, and someone rightfully pointed that out to me, and the reason I didn't say anything was because I don't want to go. I didn't want to go back on what I said because I was scared that if I did and turned around and said I was like going to try and go pro on 5 position or something, there would be assholes that say, "Oh, you're only trying to do it because you realize you're shit and you're just trying to play the easy role now." And
Yeah.
I'm scared of that for no reason because even though I know supporting's hard, these people are going to be assholes no matter what I do.
Yeah.
So like it literally doesn't matter what they say, and I shouldn't like be afraid of that kind of like backlash to anything I say. You know, because the right thing is that playing support is hard. It doesn't matter. It's
Yeah.
not a stereotype for anyone to go pro in any position. It's just stupid. If I go pro, if I ever did, I would want it to be because I enjoy the position and I'm good at it. And another thing that I was very stubborn about was you've probably already seen it in Twitch chat, but I'm ashamed that I said the UK scene was awful. It became a really big meme for them, and it gets reposted to Reddit, and it gets reposted to, as you can see, Twitch whenever I'm brought up. I was having a pretty bad day, and a friend asked me to play in the UK in-house league with them, and I said, yeah, sure, let's do it. And I got put on the opposite team to them, and then I asked for a fun hero, and they gave me a hero I didn't want. So instead of just being mature about it and playing it, I went semi-AFK and ruined, and that was awful of me, and I own up to that. That was really bad of me to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And after we lost, the heat got turned on me, and instead of just apologizing, I said, I don't care. You're all trash. None of you are going anywhere, and like, that's so embarrassing, and I really regret saying it. And there's like a lot of people in the UK that are like 100 miles better than me at Dota, and probably always will be. And yeah, I'm embarrassed about what I said. I've been trying to ignore it, but yeah, I'm sorry.
Public apology from Sheepsticked regarding this situation.
The UK scene's not terrible. There's some people I disagree with, but there's a lot of good people in there as well, and a lot of really good players. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it takes a lot of like maturity. Even though everybody's petty and immature sometimes, like literally everyone, there's no one that's above having like a meltdown after a bad match or something like that. Like the fact that you're saying that now, like, you know, hey, baby steps, you're doing it, even though you're embarrassed, you got
I need to
this.
stop being so stubborn. It's not good.
No baby rage, but you know,
Yeah.
you're doing better. I think being self-aware is the first step. Like you're aware of like this personality trait. So that's like the first step. So, but
Yeah.
I have faith in you. So we're gonna throw it off a little bit, just quickly. A little mini game. It's a new thing that I'm gonna start doing in the grill, and it's a word association game. So I'm just gonna throw out a word, and you're gonna tell me the first thing that comes to your mind, okay? And then we're just gonna like fire it off. All right. Arteezy.
Baby rage.
Storm Spirit.
Samael.
All right, good, good. Let's see, let me think of another one. Capitalist.
Blitz.
Blitz. Best
This is too easy.
All right, let me give you something more difficult. Anime.
Manga. I'm not very creative, apparently.
Let's see. Steven Universe.
The first thing that came to mind was Steven, then Gems. Yes.
All right. Do you watch that show?
I do, yeah.
So good. So good.
It is good.
Twitch chat.
Baby Rage again.
Lots of baby rages. And...
Baby Rage!
All right, last one. Toucan.
Sheepa.
Sheepo toucan. Get some toucans in the chat. All right. So let's go back to talking more about your Dota career.
Oh boy.
So, what inspired you to decide to pursue like becoming a professional? Was there any kind of it's like a player or like an event or like what kind of pushed you to that point?
It was when I went to TI 7. It was my first TI, and honestly, my reasons for considering it kind of like 70% one thing and 30% the other. The 30% is that, like I said earlier, if you're good at something, you will bring in stream viewers. So I want my stream to be successful, and if I managed to go pro, I would get more stream viewers. So that would be nice. But it was just seeing how much the fans and stuff at TI like really just love teams, and like the really cool like graphics and stuff for all the players, and like the way they walked out and everyone just like screams and stuff, and it's just it's that kind of like starstruck thing where it's like, man, I want to be out there.
Yeah.
I want people to scream. And it's all very vain. There's no like noble goals here. It's pretty much that I want to be popular.
Yeah, I think everybody deep down like wants that to an extent, in some way, shape, or form. Like being like validated, I guess, in some way, like that you're good at what you do. I agree.
Yeah.
Me too. I would probably I think if like Satan showed up and was like, I'll give you the skill to be a professional Dota player if you cut off your left leg and give it to me, I'd be like, I'll do it.
I don't need that leg to play video games.
I don't need that leg. Like, technology is getting better. I have friends with 3D printers. I'll be good.
Yeah. We'll fix it. I don't care how.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, but TI was like super inspirational. I mean, I think like after TI, I also was like, I mean, I wasn't saying I'm gonna go pro because that's never gonna happen for me, but like I was just like, I'm gonna like grind MMR, I'm gonna like get to 4K, like I'm so down, and then like for like 1 week, and then I'm like, I hate solo ranked. Oh god, it's so terrible. But yeah, I can totally relate. Like TI is really motivating and really inspiring, so.
It really is. It's really cool. I love everything about it. I love, like, I love playing Captain's Mode as well, which is what all the pro games are done. Like, every time qualifiers roll around, like, I just want to play in them because I really like Captain's Mode. It's fun being able to ban out the cancer heroes, Because then you get an actual game of Dota. It's actually fun. Because in solo queue, you're, like, rolling on that chance that maybe Tinker will get banned this game.
Yeah.
Doesn't get banned, gets picked instantly. Like, oh god, I just don't want to play with this hero.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, Captain's Draft is, like, way more strategy-based. So, like, with TI, that was your first TI, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how was, like, just as a side note, like, how was TI for you? I mean, I remember I read, like, your logs. You posted some logs every day. Oh, you got your Aegis.
I was about to say, here's my Aegis, it arrived.
Cool.
I spent all that money on that. I actually got my Compendium to level 2000.
Wow.
Because I wanted the Roshan as well. But, it got arrived, and I wanted it to like mark my first TI.
Cool.
What were you asking?
I was just asking like generally how your TI was. That was my first TI too, so.
Okay. Yeah, it was really good. It wasn't great inside the venue. The actual arena was pretty shite. There was like nothing to do inside it. There was just like overpriced food and stuff, and people walking around. But outside was really nice. The like lawn was nice. The secret shop was.
The beer garden was super.
There was nothing in that. Yeah.
But wait, how old are you?
I'm 21 now.
Were you
I was
20?
20. Yeah.
No.
That was pretty rough, I must say.
That's the worst.
Every single day we tried to go out, and I got turned away from everything. This small kid was 17 and managed to slip into one of them, and I didn't. And but on the other hand, on one of the nights, he tried to run in, and a bodyguard literally noticed, stomped inside, grabbed him by the back, and dragged him back out.
Oh my god!
I was like, ooh. And all my friends were encouraging me. They're like, just sneak in, follow this guy. He did it before, he'll do it again. I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't try.
I don't want to be dragged out by a security guard.
Yeah, they're terrifying. I don't like it. I think the lore is stupid, but
yeah, I do too.
Yeah, if I can go again this year, I am 21 now.
Nice. Well, we'll have a drink if you come.
I will.
Hopefully the beer garden will be there again.
Oh yeah, that was pretty annoying. I wanted to go into the beer garden. It's so embarrassing, dude. When you're outside and you're your friends are in the inside, and you're like, "Hey guys,"
waving from the lawn up at the beer garden.
Yeah, I don't want to ask you to leave the beer garden, but I'm also very lonely, so it'd be nice if you could leave the beer garden.
Next year. I wonder if it'll be at Key Arena again, or if they're gonna
No, they destroyed it on there.
That's what I heard, but I don't think they've done it yet. But people are saying Vancouver or something. So
yeah, I heard that.
I need to get my passport. Okay, so moving on. So when it comes to pursuing your playing professionally, do you have any short-term goals, and then by extension, do you have any long-term goals that you're trying to pace yourself to reach?
Well, long-term goals would obviously be to qualify for an event.
Mm-hmm.
The longest goal, which it's not really a goal because I don't intend on getting there. Obviously, any Dota player's dream is to go to TI, but I'm not unrealistic. I don't expect that. Short term is to get my MMR up, get on the leaderboards, which shouldn't be hard if I actually improve. But I'm apparently struggling with it. I've got I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this, but there's a nice. Actually, he hasn't said I can't. There's a very nice man working at Red Bull in the UK that's going to set me up with some stuff in the future, which I won't talk about. But he's there should be some coaching there with some good people that should probably be able to help. And also, I asked Rhyme if he would start coaching me, and he said that he would try and help however he can when he has time.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, I'm trying to improve myself. I was streaming the other day, I was watching some replays and stuff, so it's very odd. Because if I watch these replays and someone does something, if he TPs to a lane, I'll be able to look and go, yeah, he TP'd there because he sees that all the enemies are over there on this ward, so he's TP'd. But when I'm in games, I do stuff without really thinking. I do stuff I don't see. I keep making mistakes in my games, even though when I watch a replay, it's easy to go, oh yeah, he went for that guy first because of so-and-so reason, but it just doesn't happen for me when I actually play. So it's very frustrating, and I don't really know how I need to shift my mindset to be able to start seeing these things, because it's not something you can just, learn. Because, I can be on PL and someone can tell me he's good because he can farm ancients more, and I can go farm ancients more. But I can't. You can't say, yeah, you need to just see everything that's happening more. And I go, okay, it's fixed. I can see everything now.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
So you feel specifically right now, a short-term goal is just getting more fine-tuned game sense when it comes to where people are, what they're doing, and why they're doing that?
Yeah, I need to make better decisions and find a way to improve that. Because I think my decision-making loses me games. My mechanics are pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
It's, I can play Meepo and stuff like that. I play Arcward, and I love micro heroes. I can do these, clutch reactions sometimes, and it's really cool and all that, but, I'll follow that up by, running into 5 heroes and dying, and that's the kind of stuff that just makes me lose games.
Yeah. Well, everybody's got an area to get better at. I suck at Micro Heroes, so I'm always just like amazed with you. Like I don't even use control groups. It's so bad. I just like drag the box to like select my. That's why I just like
people like you.
I just don't. I don't play them. I'm like Beastmaster is probably like the most that I'll do. I'm like nope.
Oh.
Repick if I random Meepo or something. I actually played Meepo the other day and I tried my hardest, but I think like without control groups, it's like impossible. Like
if you want to win, yeah.
I don't think we won that match, but I mean that's good though. So you've got coaching lined up. You've got people that are willing to like help you kind of like get a second opinion. I mean, coaching helps immensely. Like just even having someone just like look over your replay with you, and like because it's easy to see like what mistakes that you're making, but at the same time like we all have like our own way of playing Dota, so like getting different opinions from like other higher skilled players can help you think about like what maybe the enemy team is anticipating and that kind of thing. So that's nice.
That would be ideal if I can, because the way I measure like any of my success really is solo queue. Because as much as you get those games where it's like, oh yeah, if my team just I would have.
Cool. You're back.
Oh,
there you go. All right, we're good again.
Oh.
So pick up where you left off.
Oh god, I don't know what I was saying. I don't know if that was my internet or you. I couldn't tell, everything was robotic.
I don't know. Oh, you couldn't hear me either. Okay. Well.
Yeah, I couldn't hear. Oh, it could be Discord servers. They go to shit every
Oh yeah, that might be it. You were talking about coaching. I'm pretty sure.
What was the last thing you heard me
I was
say?
talking about I'm bad at micro, but then I was saying like coaching is immensely helpful because you get different perspectives, and then you started saying something, but I didn't hear what it was.
Oh,
but we can move on if you don't remember.
What? This is my memory. It's just more worrying.
That's okay. We can move on. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, coaching's great. I was saying that I'll just measure my success by my MMR increase. Because pros get to the top of the leaderboards easily. It's because they're good. If I actually am good, I'll obviously rise as well. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, that's true.
I need my Divine 5. I'm embarrassed I'm not Divine 5. It's very embarrassing.
Oh.
It's not even 6k is Divine 5. It's like 5.6 is Divine 5. Like, oh my god, just put me there already. Holy shit. Holy god.
What do you think of the new ranking system?
Do
you like it better?
It doesn't. No. It doesn't really affect me because I was never at the top.
Yeah.
You know? Because like everyone that was like Divine 5, like already, you know? Mm-hmm. They're like, I don't like it. I don't see the point of it. Meanwhile, for me, like I've actually got something to climb to, so it's more enticing. But
yeah,
the only thing I really like about it is that it isn't centered on your MMR number, right? Like I haven't looked at my MMR. I don't look at it because I don't want to, because the badges are there now. You know, I'll know when I'm at a whatever MMR because I'll hit Divine 5 and then it'll tell me, and then I'll have my leaderboard rank, and that's how I'll judge, you know, my success. I don't need that number anymore.
Okay.
But I also don't look at it because I'm scared it's going to be low, so...
It's okay, just look at my rank. Actually, I'm not calibrated yet. Oh, I've been too scared.
Oh.
I also mostly just play party, so...
Yeah. Everyone of the time must said it's bad, so it must be bad, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think it's great for lower MMRs. I think it's really good for lower MMRs.
Yeah, I think that's like generally what the consensus is like for the really high skilled players, it's like really annoying, and then but for like the lower skilled players, it's more forgiving, I guess. But yeah, I'm in the forgiving pool, so. But
I don't mind that much. It doesn't really affect me because it's not like I lost skill by being put on a different leaderboard like thing.
Yeah, that's true. Do you have like any? I mean, if you can talk about this, but do you have any like teams that you're forming, or do you like do any kind of scrims, or is it mostly just like in-house kind of stuff, like to practice against other high school players, or just mostly solo queue?
No, it's mostly just solo queue. I'll probably, if I even want to look into that kind of stuff now, I'll probably do it on Divine 5. But
Okay.
at the moment, I'm kind of just like, I want to get Divine 5.
Yeah.
I used to be on a team, well, one that I wanted to make work, but the problem was we can't find 5 players that want to do this all the time. Because the first iteration of it had 2 people that, well, one person that was just never around and like didn't show up, one person that lost interest and didn't want to play or try and do competitive stuff anymore, and one person that literally disappeared for like 3 months, just randomly, so we didn't have them anymore.
Oh.
And then the second iteration of the team was like we reached out to just like strangers we didn't know to try and make something. And again, one of the players was from the last one, and they then lost interest. Another one of them was like, I don't really feel like any leadership or anything, you know, because it was a new stack, so we didn't have a leader yet. We hadn't really sorted anything out, but they didn't like that because we just put the team together. It just didn't feel right for them. They were like, I don't like it, so they left. And then after that, I was kind of like, I can't be bothered to like look for people. It's just too hard. I'll just leave it. It's fine. I'll just put. The only thing I regret about not trying is that when qualifiers come around, like there's the qualifiers right now for Epicenter, I think. I can't play in them because I don't have a team, so I just have to get stacks together and expect to lose.
Yeah.
Which is kind of meh, because I really like playing qualifiers. They're really fun, especially when you get to the further stages and get put against like actual good teams. It's like, yeah, I got to play against this cool team, and I got to be into shit. Yeah.
Education.
Yeah, feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rhyme's up to play with them with me though, so I just need to find like +3 people, and then I'll be good.
Yeah. It can be hard to find people that are like dedicated to Dota, because it's a very like draining game, and it takes a long time and a lot of dedication.
All the what's it called? All the times for them are random as well. Like some of them will just be at 12 p.m. Like why would you put your qualifier at 12 p.m. GMT for European style? Like Russians and everyone, they're all gonna be in school. Like no one's gonna be around to play. It feels bad.
Yeah.
That's why it's so hard to find a stack, not because people don't want to play, but just because everyone's at work and school.
Yeah. Yeah, that's hard. So how do you keep yourself motivated to play, and then also like how do you avoid tilting after like a really frustrating game, or
Wow.
Or do you just tilt
I
out
do
of
tilt.
control? But like, what keeps you coming back?
I have a stash of stuff. I have a secret Discord for myself where I just like put little stuff in that like motivates me.
Yeah.
That's
cute. I have it. Yeah.
Twitch chat's making fun of me for telling. Fuck you. So like if someone says something to me that like makes me feel really happy, like I can give one thing is that when I made my post on Twitter about wanting to do stuff, I think Slacks replied to it and said this is gonna be in your I can't remember, like download profile, whatever, the
TI download.
Yeah. And that was just like, that's so cute. He believes in me.
Feels good, man.
Throws it into the Discord.
Yeah.
So every time I'm like feeling a little bit I'll like look at that kind of stuff. Or like I also really, how I was saying that my motivations for like wanting to try and get good in the first place was stuff like seeing how like the pro players are at TI and stuff. Mm-hmm. So like all those like special pieces that Valve made and stuff. I can't remember what the series is called. True Sight, yeah. True Sight episodes. Watching those, they like instantly just like push me into like hyper motivation.
Yeah.
I'm like, I really want to go. I want to be these people.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Same with like the player profiles at like events themselves.
Yeah.
Like PGL does a really good job with those. I remember like Blacks like made me cry.
Those are amazing.
Like, yeah. So good.
They just like they just make me what they just remind me what I want to do or where I want to get to. And I'm like, I won't get it if I just sit here not playing Dota. It's time to go play Dota.
There you go.
So I just keep going, and then I keep losing. It's great. I lost 3 games last night because I kept getting remotivated after the last. I was like, I don't want to play anymore. I was like, no, I can do it. Goes and loses another game.
Do you have like any rules where it's like if I lose X amount of games in a row, like I'm just taking a break for an hour or take a break for the night or something?
You know, that is a thing, right? That is a problem. I never had that issue before I streamed because I could stop. Now when I stream and I lose 10 games in a row, I have to keep going.
Till you get a win.
I mean, well, no, I just have to keep going because I have to keep streaming. I can't, like, cancel my stream after 2 hours because I lost 3 games in a row, you know? I can switch games, but that destroys your viewer count.
Yeah, because most of the people that follow you are there for Dota,
you know? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You have to be, like, raking in thousands of views to get away with streaming variety. I mean, it's obviously it's nice that, like, there's, like, 50 to, like, 100-ish people that will watch me no matter what. And I love those people, and they're, like, fucking, they're precious to me, and I love them. But it's not a sustainable thing that you can do on your stream. You can do it every now and again, but not often. Because I did go through a period after TI when I hated Dota, because I hated the meta so much. And I stopped and I started playing variety like all the time, and my viewer count tanked. And then when I returned to Dota, people had forgotten I existed, and my viewer count has remained low.
Hey everyone, Cheapo's streaming again.
Thank you.
Shout out to Sheepo.
Yeah, so it's that's a problem. You have to keep playing Dota.
Yeah.
When you stream.
Yeah, streaming is all about consistency. Like it's just the way it is.
Yeah. So if I lose a lot of MMR, I have to just commit to it. I have to keep losing.
Yeah. Do you ever maybe you could like switch and play some custom games or something with viewers to like?
I would rather die than play custom games.
Oh, okay. You're not a custom game fan.
I hate them so much. They're so bad. I played through a million variations of them on every game. You know, every game with mini games. It's all the same. Custom games, mini games, it's the same thing. I hate them. I do like Pure Reflex though. That being said, that I picked that up because someone was like, play me, one of my friends was like, play me on Pure Reflex. Bulldog played it. I was like, okay, I'll play on Pure Reflex. Yeah, I lost. But it was fun.
Yeah. Well, that works out, I guess. But yeah, I'm not usually a huge custom game person, but from time to time I'll like spend one night playing like a bunch of different ones. But usually I just get tired. I'm like, I just want to play Dota again.
Yeah. That's the thing. Whenever I play custom games, I'm like, could be playing Dota instead. Just be way more fun.
Yeah.
Well.
Maybe not fun, but like more satisfying, I guess. I think.
Yeah.
Because it's more challenging and like, I don't know, like with Dota for me, and I think for most Dota players, is kind of like, it's like the challenge, like even if you're losing, like you're having to use all of your brain to like focus on like where people are, what, you know, your last hits, what's your next item build, what's your next move, where should you TP, you know, like just like it's so that's why you're so tired after you play. Like I love that because like the stakes are higher, you know.
Being tired in Dota is so rough. Like if you put like that, like losing when you know you've tried and you've really tried is just the worst. Like that's when I'm like considering cutting my stream at like 3 hours, when I've just played this like game where I've like been telling people what to do, you know, I've got a great score, I'm trying really hard, but there's just that one guy on my team that's determined to lose, like, Slug, why are you in the enemy jungle? You piece of shit, Slug. I've tried so hard for this win and you ruined it.
Yeah.
That's when I'm like, I don't want to play anymore. I can't do it.
That's when you just like pick techies the next game and just like hold the game hostage and enjoy it. Although I'm sure like most people hate that, but you know.
Yeah.
Dirty techies picker here. Do you ever play techies?
Oh yeah, man. He's like my
do.
5th most played hero or something.
Okay. You don't play on stream that much, do you?
No, because I play solo queue on stream and I lose when I play
really techies. Techies is a very fun party hero. I don't pick techies if like everybody in the party is not like, go for it, Peachy, like you do you.
Oh no, you take the game hostage. They don't have an opinion.
Well, yeah, that's true. Just like first pick it and be like, All right,
Yeah,
I'll need to work
I
around
play
this.
with Sing and shit. I just first pick techies. They're like, why do I have a techies on my team?
Make space
like, I
for
don't
me,
care.
friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice.
So, since, after all of this, we've gotten to know you, and maybe there's new fans, maybe there's old fans, and so how can people support you and, like, follow you? What's the best way?
To just support me, it would literally just be to watch my stream. The higher view count I have, the more people see it, because I'll go up on the list, and then that eventually brings in more subs, I guess.
You have a Patreon, right?
But
or do you not have that anymore?
yeah, I do. No, I do. The thing about Patreon is that, well, subbing and Patreon is that those are reliable. So if you like really want to support me and you donate every now and again, it's better if that goes into like stable income, because that's how I judge what I can do in my life. Because I want to move out, and I don't want to move out if I'm getting enough money, but it's from donations. Because those donations are not secured. I don't know if they're gonna be there the next month,
Yeah.
So I don't want to make any decisions based on, maybe this guy will keep donating every month and I'll be able to move out, because I don't want to move out and then be screwed. But obviously I really appreciate them, and I intend on putting most of the stuff I get into like savings at some point. But
yeah,
if you want to support me, watch my stream. If you want to support me monetarily, donate to my Patreon or sub. Either are great. And anyone that does or already does, I love you guys. You're the best.
Sheepo Toucan.
Toucan.
Alright, cool. Well, thank you so much, Sheepstick, for coming onto the show. I think we had a great show. I think people learned about you. And I think the UK Dota can forgive you for your transgressions after this.
Well, who knows? They're a wild beast, man.
I think Dota players in general are just pretty wild. But, but thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. And I hope to maybe have you on again in the future. And everybody tune in to follow Sheepsticked at Sheepsticked on Twitter and Instagram, right?
Sheepsticked on everything.
On everything. So it's everything's just Sheepsticked. Right. Yeah. And drop a follow on our Twitch. Spam the toucans in the chat, LaToucan. And you can follow, obviously, Desoladies. It's DesolatiesGG on Twitch. Just Desoladies on Instagram and Twitter. And, Satsuki. I have a poster of her right there, like, on my wall. And you can also follow me at leafypeachy if you care. But this is about Sheepstick, not about me. So, but thanks for coming on. Yeah, thanks for coming on, and we'll catch y'all later next time, and we'll be having more episodes of The Grill monthly, and we'll announce the